Hi.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm late.
don't worry, don't worry. No bitches, no bitches. Welcome to this new lesson. Can you hear me right?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Well, I have a question for you. Do you
Okay.
watch videos, like YouTubers in English?
Only Holly, Miss Holly.
Miss Holly, okay, because
Yes.
yesterday I was teaching advanced students
Uh-huh.
and they told me that they usually watch English with Marina English, something like that.
Ah,
And
okay.
and
I didn't hear that.
okay, but let me show you because sometimes the information that we find on the internet is not accurate. This is
Yeah.
lingua marina, something like that. Okay?
Okay. I don't know her.
You don't know her, but don't worry because, well, up today I'm gonna teach you some common mistakes that non-native speakers make, like me or like you. So this call is please stop learning incorrect English. Okay, let's begin. So today we're gonna talk about why it's not correct or to say this one. Please listen. Can you hear?
And you can also use it when you talk to someone over the phone. Long time, no speak.
Can you hear? ¿Se escucha? Sure.
Yes.
One more time.
And you can also use it when you talk to someone over the phone. Long time, no speak.
Okay. Have you heard this expression before? Long time no speak.
No.
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Yes. When she speaks, she feels confident, right? So you can trust
Yeah.
her. You can trust her because she feels confident. Even her pronunciation is perfect, right? But the grammar is not correct. Let's check it out.
You can also
It's not correct to say long time no speak. Let me tell you that this expression doesn't exist. In American English, we never use that expression. So she's incorrect. But it is correct to say long time no see.
Oh, see.
No
Yeah, I
see.
heard that.
Yeah, so this is a very common expression. Okay, this is a very common expression. Let's listen. Uh-oh. Can you see?
Yeah, but it's kind
Oh,
of.
there was a problem, I think, with my PowerPoint presentation because, sorry. Let's continue. Let's continue here. Well, long time no see. This expression is pretty common in American English, but the expression long time no speak, that expression doesn't exist.
Long time no
Yeah.
see.
Can you hear?
Long time no see.
Yes.
Long time no
Yes.
see.
Listen again.
Long time no see, brother. Long time no see, brother. Long
This one.
Long time no see indeed.
So it's pretty common in American English. For example, when you haven't seen someone for a while you use this expression.
Long time no see. Long time no see.
If you haven't seen someone for a long time, okay? You can say, I haven't seen you in a long time. Okay? But people usually say long time no see. It sounds strange if you think about the grammar because it's not common this grammar. Long time no see. Where's the subject? I can understand, but it's expression, of course. Did you understand? So it's correct and it's very common. Oh, long time no see. But remember, please, we never say long time no speak. Okay? We do not say this. Let's listen. Let's listen.
Happy 16 years old. Happy 18 years old.
So, what do you think about this? Is that okay? Happy, again, one more time, listen.
Happy 16 years old. Happy 18 years old.
Is that okay for you? Happy 16 years old.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It sounds weird.
It sounds weird.
Happy.
Because remember, you cannot say happy 16 years old. Never say that.
We just say happy birthday.
That's it. We just say happy birthday, or maybe you want to say the number, you say happy 16th, the age 16, 16º cumpleaños. 16º, but we never say feliz 16 años. No, incorrect. Of course, look at this.
Happy 18th birthday, son!
Happy 18th birthday, son. 18th is not 18. For example, feliz 2 años, happy 2nd, happy 1st. You don't say happy 1 year.
Happy 18th birthday, son!
You get it? So what do you say?
Yeah.
You said the answer, lady. I know it's as basic and boring, but we say just happy birthday, and that's all.
Yeah.
Let's listen. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy.
There's one.
What's this?
Happy birthday.
Just happy birthday. There's nothing wrong, okay, having an accent. But if you mispronounce words, it's a problem. Do you remember our previous class when we were talking about like sábana, heces, oveja, embarcación,
Yeah,
sheep, ship, sheet, shit. You see? So there's nothing wrong having an accent. You can say, well, I have a sheep. Puede sonar like como los hindúes, como árabe, pero el inglés tienes que pronunciarlo correctamente. But look at this video. Watch it. Sorry. Watch.
We're in the kitchen today, and we're going to go through different objects like space rack.
Listen again.
We're in the kitchen today, and we're going to go through different objects like space rack.
Okay, so what did you hear?
Space rock?
We're in the kitchen.
Space rack? Space
Yeah.
rack? Let's listen again.
We're in the kitchen today, and we're going to go through different objects like space rack.
Space rack. So now, space rack. Now imagine talking to an American. I went to the store yesterday and I got a space rack. The space, you see the stars and the planets. And this is the rock, so he was like, he might be confused. So he or she will have no idea.
Species. I
Yes.
think she means a species.
Spice.
Spices.
Spice. Remember that spice is countable. You can say 1 spice, 2 spices, 3 spices, 4 spices. But this is what we call a spice rack. It's not similar to a space rack. They're totally different.
Yeah.
So what is this space rack?
Spice.
Spice. Spice like the Spice Girls? Yeah, spice. Spice rack.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, spice. Now, tell me.
Never crossed my mind.
You don't remember. Oh, now you remember spice. Now, this is one of the most, well, it is difficult. So, well, if you don't talk to native speakers like every day, you could make these mistakes. But she is a teacher, and the problem here is like, focus on this.
The next word that we love to use is word many. I have many problems, I have many shoes, I have many friends. We say it all the time. Great alternatives are handful. I have handful of friends.
Is she saying that handful is similar to many, or what do you think? Did she say right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's focus on this part.
The next
Well, a handful is a noun that you can count. So handful is countable, right? Because you can count, but what does it mean? Handful means a small amount, not many. A handful means a small amount. For example, I have a handful of friends. I have
I have
a few friends is not the same. You never say, I have a lot of friends, I have many friends, I have a handful of friends. Oh, you are sad because you have a handful of friends. Tienes pocos amigos. So don't make this mistake. Yes, she is right. We use handful like every day, but she is not using the word correctly.
Yeah.
Of course. Sometimes we think, oh, today I want to practice my English, so you Google a topic like 10 phrases that we use in English. Yeah, but sometimes they make mistakes, and she doesn't know that she's making mistakes, right? Let's continue. For example, please read this example.
I invited a lot of people to the party, but only a handful of them showed up.
That's great. So I invited a lot of people to the party, but only a handful of them showed up. Invité a muchos a la fiesta, pero pocos de ellos vinieron. No es lo mismo que decir invité a un montón de personas a la fiesta, pero únicamente un montón de personas apareció. It doesn't make sense, right? But remember, well, she's right when she says handful is very common in English, spoken English. That is true, but we never use like handful, many. Incorrect. Okay?
Okay.
Focus on this part.
And after all the outrage, when I'm ready, I'll go out on the water with a handful of pills and a pocket full of stones.
When a handful of pills. When a handful of... Con pocas pastillas.
And after all...
Next.
All those years, we've only seen a handful of deserving gentlemen
A handful
inducted as
of
lifetime members.
deserving gentlemen. Con pocos hombres que lo merezcan.
All those.
Next, this one.
But you can, and when it comes to that, it's only about... It's just a handful of people in the world who can tell the difference between...
A handful of people in the world. Handful of people. So, one more time.
But you can, and when it comes to that, it's only about... It's just a handful of people in the world who can tell the difference between you and me.
So, a handful of people in the world that can say the difference between you and me. Handful is pretty common. And you never learned this at a school or when you go to the English center institution. Well, that's pretty weird because they focus on academic English. Now, a handful, well, this is apart from that meaning. In American spoken English, we use a handful is a child or a pet that is difficult to control. Okay? Do you have a pet?
Yes, I have two.
Yes. So, are your pets easy to control when you say, hey, what is his or her name?
They are so tiny.
No, but
One
their
is
names.
Cookie,
How many of them do
Cookie
you
and
have?
Brownie.
Okay. So they are like very
Yeah,
what?
they're small. They're small.
Yeah, they're small, but for
And
example,
they're very handful.
yeah, when you are in class, I mean, they are barking. Are they barking all day? Are
Yeah, sometimes.
So they are a handful. So, for example, you're walking in your house, and then, oh Jesus, Pop's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
They don't. But imagine, so they are handful. What is handful? You can control. Look at this. The puppy barks all day long, so the puppy is a handful. Look at this. When the baby, do you have a baby? Nope. Okay. Imagine that you had a baby. So the baby cries a lot. The baby cries a lot, so the baby is a handful. Let's listen to the example. 3, 2, 1, go. Listen.
It's tiring and he's a handful, but he's also super cute and really fun.
She's talking about the dog, right? Listen again and tell me what she is saying.
Tiring and he's a handful, but he's also super cute and really fun.
He is a handful and he's super cute. You see? Handful.
It's tiring.
And now look at this.
She's a bit of a handful today. She's been crying a lot on the boat.
Yes, she is a bit of, look at this, she's a bit of a handful, but she speaks super fast. Listen again.
She's a bit of a handful today. She's been crying.
You see, she's a bit of a handful today. And she doesn't pronounce today, she pronounced today. Let's listen again and focus on your listening skill.
She's a bit of a handful today. She's been crying a lot on the boat. She's a bit of a handful today.
So you get it? She's a bit of a handful today. Yes? Well, so when a kid, we use a handful when someone is a handful or something is a handful because I refer to the dogs or cats, the pets and kids. Pets and kids are a handful. In American English, if you want to sound like informal, like they are, for example, you are, but you can use for all people, for everyone, okay? Or for everything. You can say you are a pain, dolor, a pain where? In the neck. In the neck. So you're a pain in the neck, or you're a pain, very informal, you're a pain in the ass.
I heard that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is very informal, but you can use that expression with your friends.
She's a bit of a handful today.
Now, the last one. If something fits in your hand, you can say a handful of coins, a handful of rocks, and a handful of rice. Okay, so handful. We can translate into Spanish.
I think it's like puñado.
Yeah, that's the word that I was looking for, but it has left my mind. Puñado. That's totally true. Okay, so we're gonna stick with this part here. We're gonna stop here, and let's continue with our next lesson. And let me share the whiteboard. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ! Let me open a new whiteboard. Yes. Let me close this presentation. Yes. Okay. Let's share the screen in a few seconds. Yep. Let me know if you can see the whiteboard. Can you?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin. In spoken English, when you talk to native speakers, sometimes you feel that they speak super fast. But let me tell you that that is not true. The reason that they sound or you feel that they are speaking fast is the fact that they reduce the sentences. Of course, there are many hacks that you can learn. For example, we have ellipsis, we have reduction of a sentence, of an adverb, etc., and among others. Okay? But today we are going to learn this grammar. Focus on this. In English, we have sentences. Okay? You know, sentences. These sentences can be divided into two groups. Okay? Or we can recognize a sentence like this. There are two types, if you want to call it in this way. Independent, do you remember? Independent. And what is the other? Independent. Dependent. Carlos, what is the difference between dependent or independent sentence or clause? Because remember that another name that they have is clause, sentence. Clause or sentence. Carlos, what is a clause? Is a subject plus a verb or just the verb. Next, Carlos, what is independent clause? Independent clause or an independent sentence is a sentence that by itself has a meaning. Is a sentence that by itself has a meaning. For example, I play soccer. So you play soccer, you understand the meaning. It means that you play with a ball. I play soccer. But what about if I say this? After I go to school. After I go to school. If I say, well, after I go to school, but after I go to school, what? You have a subject and you have the verb, but it doesn't have a meaning. You see, after, what the hell are you talking about? So, I play soccer after I go to school. Now, together, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Now, let's continue here. We have a lot of different types. We have, a handful of sentences that are dependent. You see? So we have a handful of dependent clauses. For example, we have time-dependent clauses. We have cause-effect clauses. We have other dependent clauses, among others, etc. We have a lot. You know, time clause. Maybe the name is, wow, that's so weird. What the hell is a time clause? But it's pretty similar. This was a time clause. Carlos, what is a time clause? A time clause is a dependent clause. Listen, a time clause is a dependent clause that include words such as when, time, after, before, seeing, it could be scenes, among others, okay, etc. Did you understand?
Yes.
And this is the first one that we are going to analyze. For example, if I say after in Spanish, after means antes o después. Tengo un party. Después del party, ¿qué se llama? ¿Cómo se llama la fiesta? Después de la fiesta.
Después.
After. Entonces con eso lo puedes aprender. After party es la fiesta después de la fiesta. After, después. And before?
I think usually there's a lot of people that think that after and before they could be
antes y después.
the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, they make this mistake all the time. There is a way that you can never make this mistake. Well, but they not only make this mistake, I mean, the difference between after and before. The problem here is that they don't know how to use them. Because if you go to Google, if you go to YouTube, it says, okay, before the main action, you have to use after. Before you use be. No, you don't have to learn in that way. You have to think. Okay, you have to analyze. For example, listen here. I have breakfast. I have breakfast. I have breakfast. You know the meaning. The next word. I get up. So, Colin says, what happened first? You get up or you have breakfast?
Get up first.
You say? Which one happened first? I have breakfast after I get up. Is that true or not? Tienes que traducirlo como después que y antes que. Look at this. Yo tomo desayuno después de que me levanto. Obviously, I have breakfast after I get up. Or you can say, wait a minute. I get up before I have breakfast. Yo me levanto antes de que tome desayuno. This is obvious. Remember that you have, this is the, how do we call this? The time dependent clause. Include the word after and the sentence after the word before and the sentence after the word. Did you understand?
Yeah.
This is obvious. You know this grammar. Sometimes you use it. But what else? Another way to express this is that you can say, you can start with a dependent clause like after I get up, I have breakfast. But do you notice something different in the sentence? Like after I get up, I have breakfast. Do you notice something different? Yes, of course, the order after first and have second. But what do we use here? the comma. Okay, oh, before you leave, antes de que te vayas, before you leave, comma, please send me a message. After you finish eating, después de que termines de comer, after you finish eating, please do the dishes. Do the dishes. Did you understand, lady? Did you understand? Do you need more examples about this, or it's okay for you? Tell me.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. But now, our topic for today. Our topic for today. Listen here. Listen here. Sometimes, so this is the reason that sometimes we don't understand it. Carlos, but why are you telling me all the information about this? Is not, yeah, this is really important. Carlos, why? Sometimes, as I said before, you think, well, I don't understand a native speakers. Why? Let's focus on this part. You say, before I go to school, I have to clean, or I clean my house. What does that mean? Antes de que yo vaya a la escuela, limpio mi casa. Invierto el orden, it would be I clean my house before I go to school, right? ¿Estamos de acuerdo? No questions, right? Yes. The first thing that you have to do is this. First, where is the time close? Where is the time close? Before I go to school and before I go to school. Do you agree with me? Are we on the same page? Perfect. You need to find that time close. The second thing, you need to check if you have the same subject in the main or dependent clause, the independent clause and the dependent clause. Do we have the same subject?
Yes.
Check. Number 3, in the dependent clause, you need to find the main verb. What is the main verb? What is the main verb? Go, right? Go. You find. So what you have to do now is to add ing, the main verb, and then you drop the subject. For example, drop I. So you say, before going to school, I clean my house. Did you understand? Before going to school, I clean my house. I clean my house before going to school. Did you understand?
Yes.
Carlos, another example, please. Look at this. While I am cleaning the house, I am listening to music. Okay, so what is the first step that we have to follow? The first step. We need to find the time close. Where's the time close?
While I'm cleaning the house.
Great. The second, you need to check if we have the same subject. Do we? Yeah, we did. We have here. We do. Next, we find the main verb. What is the main verb? Do you know the main verb? Am or cleaning?
I think they might be cleaning.
Yes, because it's a content word. Cleaning is a content word or not? Do you remember content and function word?
Yeah.
Yeah, so cleaning is the main verb. So what do we do here? You drop here, you drop here. So you say, while cleaning the house, I am listening to music.
Yeah. Question, but it's correct if you put that only while I'm cleaning the house.
While, can you repeat that, please?
It's correct the the first form that you use by the sentence.
Like yeah, it is okay. While I am cleaning the house, I am listening to music. So I want to explain that. For example, sometimes we don't understand when native speakers speak because we feel that they are speaking super fast. But there is a reason. They are doing this. They are deleting some words. They are dropping some sounds. So while cleaning the house, like while cleaning. ¿Y por qué en la traducción me sale mientras yo estoy limpiando? Si dice while cleaning, I don't understand. Y me llaman, ¿no? Carlos, mira, te mando un video. Me graban su pantalla y dicen, ¿por qué la traducción dice mientras estoy limpiando la casa y dice while cleaning? Because they use reduction. Esto es lo que llamamos reducción. Y te das cuenta que el I y el am, ¿qué son? ¿Content o function words?
Function word.
Functions?
Yeah.
Of course. And what happened? We pronounce like relax. We relax on words. Of course. Did you understand?
Yes.
Next. Carlos, what if I use the past simple? Let's do it together. Let's do it together. For example, I called my mom when I saw my dad kissing another girl. So I called my mom when I saw my dad kissing another girl. Another way to say this?
I call. And I don't know.
Okay. Where's the time close, lady? Where's the time close?
When I saw my dad kissing another girl.
Yeah, that's perfect. Do we have the same subject?
Yes.
We can do it. What is the main verb?
So.
So now we drop the subject and this with ing. Seeing. In this case, cleaning, you say cleaning because you have just ing. You could say cleaning din. No, incorrect. So we say, well, I called my mom when seeing my dad kissing another girl. You got it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The form of the verb is just agregar. Yeah.
Ing in the base form. You have to use the verb in the base form. Of course. Do you have any questions? You can use this with the past, with the present simple. Any questions?
That's okay.
That's okay.
Already.
Oh, don't worry. You need time.
I have a very handful talk.
Someone is knocking the door.
Oh. They just like to.
Your pets.
Yeah.
Of course. Shall we go on? Shall we go on?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, that's great. So now I have some examples here. Wait a minute. This is the book. Let me open the book. We're gonna use the. I don't remember, which is totally okay, which is totally correct. You can say I have no memory. I have no memory. Why, Carlos? Because you, as a student, you need to practice, and then you will say, well, I have no memory. I have no memory. I have. I don't say I have. No. Yeah, remember. I have no memory. Yes. Well, let me share the screen. It is here. Could you see it, right?
Again, one. Yeah.
Yes, that's perfect. So let's complete here. Okay. Okay, for example, the full-time says, the full-time clause, do you take time to read labels while you are shopping? What is the reduced time clause?
Do you while shopping?
Well, yes, that's great, while shopping. Remember, can you pronounce this word? Because I want to listen to you.
Shopping?
It's like shopping or like shopping. Tienes que hacer como tu boca de O, pero dices la A. Shop. Shopping. You?
Shop.
But shopping, todo junto?
Shopping.
Yeah, muchísimo.
Shopping.
Yes, now read. Do you take time to read labels while shopping? You?
Do you take time with labels while shopping?
That's perfect. Well, for me. Next, do you make a list before you go shopping for food?
Do you make a list before
Before?
make a list before going shopping for food?
Before going shopping for food. When?
And reading a food label, do you understand what all the ingredients are?
This is a common mistake. In English, we never say ingredients because in Spanish we say ingredientes. La sílaba tónica, the stress is at the first syllable. But here we say ingredients. Ingredients in Greek. Yes. Ingredients.
Okay.
Ingredients for the recipe. Ingredientes para la receta. Ingredients for the recipe. Now, let's continue. And then we discuss. We're gonna speak in English. Okay. Leo says he always reads labels when he shops for food. What is the answer?
Leo says he always read labels when shopping.
For food.
Leo says he always read labels when shopping for food.
Perfect. Number 2, what is the answer?
I didn't realize how unhealthy diet soft drinks are before reading that article.
Reading that article. Great. Number 3.
People who eat while working don't think about serving size.
Of course. Number 4.
Okay. After checking the label, Samira decided not to
Purchase the soup. Purchase. Number 5.
Before approving a new food, the government agency tested animals.
Tested on animals. Do you remember Ralph? The rabbit? Nope. It was pretty trendy on. Oh, then I'll show you. Number 6.
Okay. When processing foods, manufacturers add fat, sugar, and salt.
And salt, like salt.
Salt.
Perfect.
Salt.
Perfect. All of them I think are okay.
How I pronounce manufacturers?
Manufacturers, yes, manufactured. Yeah, well, incorrect. You're saying manufacturers. No, remember, cuando tienes el ture, se pronuncia chair. Por ejemplo, culture, cultured. Yeah, so digo manufacture. Ahora le agrego la S. Manufacturers. So, muy bien el processing. Dijiste processing. When processing foods, manufacturers add fat sugar, salt to them. Okay? Remember that you add something to something else. Okay? So all of them are perfect. Next page. Okay, so now focus on this. Wow, negative. We don't have negative here? Yep. Okay, I have a question for you, lady. Do you make a list before going shopping for food? Do you?
Yeah, but I always forgot to to open the list.
To open the list, of course. Yeah, it could be. Do you take time to read labels while shopping? I mean, you read the labels?
Yeah.
And why do you do that?
I like to buy quality food.
Health.
So I try to check if the ingredients are at least
Good for you. Good for your body. Yes. And maybe you eat crackers instead of cookies, right?
No, I really like grocery. I don't know what to say. I purchased a bunch of candies. I like that a lot.
Candies. You like candies, lollipops.
But I like to eat healthy food, so it's like balance.
Yes, you don't like. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. You can say, and I'm in American English. You can say. No, it's not entre la espada y la pared. It could be. No, I have no phrase for that. Una expresión en español que conozcas cuando haces un equilibrio. No, we have no expression in Spanish either.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, next.
Yeah.
When reading a food label, because you wanna eat healthy food, of course, do you understand what all of the ingredients are? I mean, like, do you understand the ingredients? No, right?
When I read like I read that I don't know, I prefer not to purchase that
Okay.
because I don't know what it is.
What it is. You have no idea what it is. But maybe now that we have some shapes, I think, well, in different countries, different from Peru, I think we have like free of sugar, a lot of sugar.
We have the I don't know how to say octogons.
Octagons, yes, of course, because this is a shape. But for example, in Chile it's different. In Chile you have like with colors.
Oh, okay.
In the US, for example, some places you cannot buy products, but you know that they eat a lot of fast food. So they don't like organic they have the best label, but they prefer to eat fast food. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, do you choose a brand only after comparing the ingredients? I mean, I want to buy this.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
When, for example, when buying what?
When we eating bread. Right now, I don't eat bread.
You don't eat bread.
Yeah, but before when I used to eat bread, I purchased the bread that have the less ingredients.
Okay.
The less amount of ingredients.
the less amount of ingredient. Of course, of course. Nowadays you cut down, cut down abajo.
Cut.
Cut
Okay,
down on. Cut down on means reduce. For example, nowadays I am trying to cut down on the amount of sugar I consume. Cut down.
Okay.
Bajar las cantidades, reducir. Remember, cut down means
Reducir.
reducir o también puede significar talar. Talar. Yes, talar y reducir. For example, hey, lady, well, let me check your receipt. Holy cow, you need to cut down the amount of money you spend on candies.
Yeah, I need that.
You need to do that. You need to cut down on the amount of money you spend, of course. And now, the last question. Do you consider serving sizes when eating a snack? For example, like 100 grams. You see? On the package? Nope. Precise. Let me check here. I can have a product here. Like for example, it says precise 42 grams. I don't know if you can see here, like precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is precise. Do you consider?
I don't read that.
You never. So, for example,
Yeah.
it is said that you can only eat per day 2 packets of biscuits.
Yeah.
But you eat like
calories.
Of course, you don't
Yeah,
count calories.
I don't know how to read the calories, so I don't know.
You don't know. You have no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't use because I don't have idea how to read them.
Of course. Okay, you have no idea about how to read it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue. Lex, working groups answer the survey questions. Well, I think. No. Okay, next page. Because we have 4 minutes. Let's practice. I think I have a